Okay, so welcome back to the second video. And as you can see now, I am opening SPSS. You will have a window that tells you what to do. Probably you don't have anything on recent files because maybe it's the first time you use it, but don't worry. Just click on new files, new data set, and that's it. It's open in the other screen, but here it is. So when the first time you open SPSS after just saying new data set, it should look like this. It looks like an Excel file, as you can see. And what we need to do in this video is just to move the data from Excel to SPSS. That's literally our task now. To do that, we need to first go to variable view. As you can see here, we have two options. Data view, it's like the Excel thing, and variable view is the data that we are going to the information related to the variables that we are going to use. So that is what where we will start with the variable view, not in data view, but in variable view. So to start in here, make sure you have clicked it and then go to Excel again. The first thing that we need to do is to input the name of our variables in SPSS. That's the first task to do. To make it easier, because you could do it one by one. Look, you can go to SPSS and in name you write gen for gender and then age, blah blah blah. But maybe we can do it in an easier way. What I'm doing. I can just remove it. Clear. We can do it in a quicker way. Let's come back to Excel like this. Select all the headings from gender until professional aspirations for. And do Control C, select everything and Control C. And then maybe here, wherever you find free space, position your selection and then go to paste and select this one, transpose. So you click transpose and now it looks like this. It has moved from the horizontal to the vertical, right? So then control copy and go back to SPSS here. Position yourself here, but not like this, not with this thing where you input text, not like that. Move it like this so that it looks gray. And once that it looks gray, then Control V. Did I copy it? It's just the computer is very slow. It's just taking some time. Yeah, there it is. So now the variable view, it looks like this, that we have all the variables from the Excel file. I don't know what happened with Excel. Maybe it will die. So we have all the variables from Excel in here in the SPSS file. And now I will teach you how to fix all the other things. So basically what we did was that we input all the names from all of our variables from gender until professional aspirations for. You could do it by hand, but maybe it will take more time. Or if you have a slow computer like mine, then it makes sense that you do it by hand. But let me guide you on how to make sure that everything is correct. So name, this column of name is literally the name of the variable. So you just name it as you name it in Excel. Type numeric, leave it like that. It should always be numeric. Then the width of this is this value is how big you want this to be in the other view, in the data view. And I think 8 is fine. No problem with that. Another thing that you can do, sometimes I like it like this, is that in decimals, you change the 2 is the normal, 2 to 0. I like it like that because all the variables you can check in Excel, all the variables that we are using do not have any decimals, but I mean, you can do, and it's just a minor things, like a visual thing that I like to change, but you can do it as you wish. Sometimes I also like to have this on 5 because then is maybe then you have more space to put more things. But I mean, it's just a minor thing that you can do whatever you prefer. So 5 and 0. And what I did is I was just literally writing 5 and copy paste, 0 and copy paste. Label, you don't need to do anything. Values, nothing. Missing, nothing. Columns, nothing. Align, right, nothing. But measure is very, very important. So pay attention to this. So for measure, you need to select what type of variable we have in here. Remember, you learned this in the pre-recorded lecture for quantitative research. So gender is a nominal variable, right? Because it's a type of variable that it only tells you if 1 is female and 0 if it's not female, and like that. It's not scale, it's not ordinal, it's a nominal variable. So select nominal value. In contrast, age is not a nominal variable. Age is a scale variable because it tells you 24 is more than 23, and actually the distance from 24 to 25 and to 26 is exactly the same as 1 year. So age is a scale. And then year is how many years you have been studying. It is also a scale variable. So remember, this is 2025 minus whatever year they wrote. The next one is university. So are they Jönköping University or not? Maybe you already know the answer. This is a nominal variable because it only tells you yes, Jönköping, no, 0. Level of studies, tricky one. Level of study is an ordinal variable, it's a ranking variable. 1 is bachelor, 2 is master, 3 is PhD, because that's the level of studies, the degrees. First is bachelor, second master, third PhD. And then we have another nominal variable, Sweden. It doesn't tell you if 1 is more than 0, no. It only tells you 1 if person was born in Sweden, 0 person was not born in Sweden. And then international experience is also nominal. So 1 international experience, 0 no international experience. And for the from the answers to the questions is very clear. Do you remember we are using the Likert scale of 1 to 10? So what do you think is this scale, right? So scale. And then you can either use copy paste or I think it automatically changes to scale every time that you click. So tick, 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 tick. It should be like this all the time. That's fine. So I think the last thing to do, if you go to data view, now it should look like this. It's now like an Excel file where you have in the heading the name of the variable, and then you have all the headings that you also had in Excel. And you also have here like this small icon with the scale, the ordinal. You also have the nominal measure. So make sure that it looks like that. And then we are ready. We are ready now to copy and paste the data from Excel. So I will now open the Excel file that before it crashed, but here we have it back. So what you have to do is copy and or select all the data without the heading. So from the first line all the way down, Control copy, and this is probably going to destroy my computer. So go in here, make sure that is the gray area, not the other thing. The gray, make sure it's the gray, not the input for text. Make sure it's the gray. And Control V to paste what you copied. So it will take some time because I don't know what's going on with the computer. It's very slow, but it will all appear in here. And that's it. That's it for the moving from Excel to SPSS. As you can see, it was very important what we did in the first video because we prepared the data, we cleaned the data with the 1, 0, all of these things. We removed what we didn't want. It was also quite easy to clean the data and to handle the data because it was a very good survey. So we didn't have to do a lot of things. We only calculated this year It was mainly the big thing. But beyond that, it was quite easy. But that was very important to do. Then what we did in the variable view is also very important. And once we do that, then we are able to do the copy paste. And this is how it looks. It should look like exactly like this. So and I also know that I think in Macs, this can be problematic. I think sometimes you need to fix something. So if you are using a Mac and you have trouble copy pasting, maybe just use the files that I have in Canvas because sometimes there are issues with Macs. So that's it. But that's all for this video. Now we have the data on SPSS and we will start doing the tests. We will do several tests, but it's also not that difficult, you will see. So that's it. Well, we move to the next.